Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video you will be notified. So I know I'm in my room, you guys just gonna have to deal with it, okay? But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and update you guys about a couple of things that's going on, and then I'm gonna take the time that I like to do here and there to kind of go through the comment section to see if I can comb through any of your questions and concerns and see if I have that information available for you. Okay, so jumping right into it, one thing that I wanted to talk about is the child tax credit advance. It's supposed to be rolling out as of July the 15th. However, I did see some information yesterday on social media that suggests that some people may see that money show up in their bank accounts as early as today, which is July the 8th. So you may want to check your bank accounts because you may see that you have a surprise if you are enrolled in receiving those payments. Okay, now another thing that I did want to give you in terms of that information wise, I did go on the IRS website last night, and I saw that you can actually choose to decline receiving those payments up until the last month. Okay, so it gives you a specific date. I think if you go to the FAQs, but if you kind of search around on the IRS website. So this is what I do literally. I type in my search engine, which is Google. I type in Child Tax Credit Advance 2021. Then it will bring up a couple of different pages. You want to go to the one that's specific to the IRS. Okay, you don't want to go to a blog or any other type of article for this information. You want to go to the one that's specifically for the IRS. You want to go there, and then it's going to bring you to the page where it's going to explain what the child tax credit is, and it's going to give you three options down below. You're going to either manage your child tax payments, you're going to check to see if you are eligible to receive the child tax payments, or you're going to there's another button for non-filers on that same page. Okay, now if you go on to manage your child tax payments, then of course you should have already created some type of account online. Now I do believe that you can use your existing login information to get in, but if not, then you can right then and there sign up for ID Me account, which is through the IRS. Okay, and then you're going to use that information from here on out to log in and manage your payments or whatever. You get on there and it will tell you how much you're expecting. It will even, once you start to receive payments, it will even show you at a certain point on the page what payments have been processed. Okay, so it seems like they have really made it interactive, and it's really going to give you the information that you need. Some things that I looked at myself yesterday when I went on there. But what I was saying is, if you go to the FAQs, if you are wanting to opt out of the payments, it will have a button that says more information on how to opt out of the payments or cancel your payments or unenroll or something to that effect. You want to click on there, and maybe I'll try to put a video on here as somewhere to show you guys what I'm talking about. But you want to click on that, and it's going to take you to some FAQs, and then it's going to let you know what date, because you have to do it by a certain date in order for it to go through for that following month, if that makes sense. So I believe for not this month, because we're already too close, but for what will be the next month, for August, you want to do it by August the 2nd. Now, I didn't remember all of the dates. I just remember August the 2nd. But you do have that option. So maybe you want to get it this month, and then you decide, hey, I don't want to get it anymore. You do have that option to cancel it, okay? So I just wanted to let you guys know that. But again, check your bank accounts, because you may see that the money is in your account as of today. Some people are saying that they've started to see those payments today, July the 8th, okay? Now, outside of that, the IRS is also saying that they're expecting to run into a couple of issues regarding the child tax payments, paying this on a monthly basis. Okay, let me see if I can get to that information. Hold on, you guys. Okay, so according to this article, child tax credit payments will be automatically deposited on a monthly basis. That's if you have your banking information on file. If you don't, you can also go online to manage your child tax credit payments and add that information, okay? Otherwise, it will be mailed to you. We don't know how long it's going to take. Usually, it shouldn't take no more, because it's all in the United States. It shouldn't take no more than 2 to 3 days, but it could take 2 to 4 weeks. You never know with them, and then it just depends on when they mail it out. Are they mailing it out on the actual date of July 15th, or if they're going to be mailing it out a couple of days before, or whatever the case may be? You don't know. So if you want to have it direct deposited into your account, you go use that same tool, manage your child tax credits, and there will be an option for you to update that information in your profile. Okay, It says each subsequent payment will be issued on the 15th of the month through December of 2021. If the 15th is on a weekend or a holiday, the money will arrive on the nearest prior business day. Okay, it says August 15th falls on a Sunday, so that month's distribution will arrive on August the 13th. So for those of you guys who have already set up your payments and are set to go, just know that next month, because the 15th does fall on a Sunday, you're going to get it on the 13th. Now, I was trying to see the information regarding the issues. What issues? Okay, so it says issues surrounding the updated child tax credit. Okay, blah, 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 blah. So they're saying basically that sending out the child tax credit payments on a regular basis presents unique challenges. It doesn't seem like they're giving much information on what that is. I'm just hoping that there's no glitches moving forward. There's a task of finding all the people who should receive the money, communicating to them that this money is out there and they qualify for it, and then getting them into the system. A recent Data for Progress poll found that 53% of Americans know little or nothing about the revised credit. So I'm assuming that that's pretty much what it is. I'm pretty sure they're going to run into some technical issues, as they've done with every other program that they've tried to implement during this pandemic. So just be on the lookout, you guys. Don't be surprised if it happens. This is basically my way of warning you guys that there may be. So I would try my best not to have all of my eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? If you have other sources of income that is coming in, you know, I would say not to rely heavily on this. Just make sure you have a backup plan, okay? All right, now let's get to some of the other topics that I found that I thought were pretty significant. Okay, so they're finally discussing the fact that there is the food insecurity among senior citizens. I've been saying this for the longest, that they don't pay attention. I think that there should be a general base amount. Now, what I do know in California, in terms of what they give to a single person who doesn't have any children. So this is a single person who goes and looks for aid. They want cash aid. They call it general relief. That person will get, I believe it's $193 in cash, and then $100 and something or $200 in food stamps. So I feel like it should be the same way for senior citizens. Doesn't matter that they're getting their SSI. Now, I'm not familiar with SSI, meaning I don't know what the usual estimated monthly amount is that seniors will receive, or even those who have disabilities. But I believe that for a senior citizen, this is just my opinion, this is things that I think that they should be looking into, that there should be a flat amount. So if you're giving senior citizens, again, I don't know. So I'm not saying this because this is what it is. This is just me giving an example. So let's just say if they're giving senior citizens $1,000 a month to live off of in disabilities SSI benefits. Okay, I believe that, considering they know that the cost of living in California and many other states is extremely high, that person should be given $200 to $300 in food stamps. And that may not seem like a lot to people, but if you don't have any children, I do think that it is possible to live off of that amount of money. I've had to live off of that amount of money in food stamps, and I have children, but I've made it work. So I do think that it's possible. I think that they should just set an amount and leave it at that, okay? And then once they get, just like they did with the stimulus, once they get to a certain cap, like if a person, I don't think this will ever happen with SSI, but let's just say for the sake of argument's sake that a person was receiving $4,000 in SSI. Again, I don't see this happening. Then of course you don't need to get any extra money. But if a person is receiving somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000, then I think that that person should be getting between $200, I'm going to say even $400 a month in food assistance, depending on where they are and the cost of living and all those other variables that they claim that they look into when determining a person's eligibility, okay? But they're talking about it. There's a conversation about it. They're saying that hunger, inadequate housing, social isolation, and poverty are linked to poor health, especially as we age. There's a lot more that goes into that. I'm glad that they're bringing the conversation to the table, and I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to do anything about it, because I read this article last night, and it didn't seem like they were very much set up. Now, this article came from Nevada. They're saying during the pandemic, the Food Bank of Northern Nevada found that their nutrition education program, a program that teaches seniors how to get the most nutrition with a limited food budget. This is not, okay, let me say this. Not to say that senior citizens don't need assistance, but I'm going to toot their horn a little bit to say that they're senior citizens. They've been around for a while. So in my eyes, they've seen it go from worse to worse than that. You know what I mean? They've been around long enough to know how to handle themselves in tough situations. Okay, most senior citizens were young in a very difficult time. Okay, so you know, this teaching them, to me, is not really, not to say that it's not a priority, but it's just not as much of a priority in my eyes as actually getting them the resources that they need. This is one of the resources, but I think that this is something that should be on the bottom of the list, okay? But anyways, teaching seniors how to get the most nutrition with a limited food budget saw a large drop in participation. So they're saying that there's not a lot of senior citizens that are participating because the course changed from being in person to online due to the pandemic. I think that that makes a lot of sense. Senior citizens are not really tech savvy. They choose not to be tech savvy. You know what I mean? They're kind of like brick and mortar people. I'm like that myself for the most part. So if it's not something that they can touch, feel, you know what I mean, then if it's not tangible, then they're not really messing with it. That's why I say, for me, I feel like what they should be providing, they provide benefits to people with children. They should be providing benefits to our seniors. Our seniors are a part of the foundation of our country. I think it goes without saying that they need assistance just as much as anybody else. Okay. And I do agree that they have been overlooked. But it says here, it was difficult to reach out to the seniors online. It seems technology was a barrier. There's more than just technology. There's language that's a barrier. There's other things. There's health conditions. There's a lot of things that's a barrier to senior citizens. It's not just the online aspect of it. Okay, there are people who don't physically have the means to get up and search on a computer all day, don't have the means of whoever's helping them to fulfill that job. Okay, so there's a lot more that goes into it. They need to look into this a little bit more. The pandemic exacerbated food insecurity for the seniors in Nevada, but it has been a growing issue in the state for years. According to the Feeding America, Nevada has the 4th highest rate of food insecurity among seniors in the U.S., tied with Texas in 2018, the latest data available. Okay, so again, no extra information here that suggests that they're going to be doing anything about it, but I will definitely keep you guys on notice if any extra information comes available. It says seniors tend to live on fixed incomes and have limited transportation options, making them especially vulnerable to the rising rent prices and inflation. Again, this is all stuff that we know. What are you guys going to do about it? Okay. Let's just work on that. Okay. Even small increases in food or rent prices can cost seniors on a fixed income. Definitely. So let's work on a solution to this problem. All right. Let me get out of that. Now, one thing that I did want to bring to you guys' attention, they're also discussing the possibility of making the vaccinations a mandatory thing, okay? It is time to impose vaccine mandates and passports. It says that they're claiming that the vaccines continue to perform extraordinarily well, but the rate of infection is worsening in unvaccinated populations, okay? I don't know, you guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here's my thing. And I'm saying this because there was a comment yesterday to my video yesterday saying that basically the person felt like I was willing to take a chance with my life. The reality of the situation is that we were already doing that anyway. Everybody else. Do you know how many diseases or how many sicknesses or whatnot is out there that we're not aware of, that they may be aware of? Okay. And they just implemented this mask mandate last year. But how many diseases were flying around? How much stuff was going around already, still going around, that we're not aware of, that we don't know about, that they know about, that could have affected us in some way, shape, or form. I am a person that, you know, not that I take things on a by need basis, but the reality of the situation is, and there were a couple of you guys who said the same thing, everybody cannot take the vaccine. Everybody's not willing to take the vaccine. I know for myself, my body, I know my body. My body is sensitive. My body doesn't react to the type of medicines that they give me already on a regular basis. In the way it would for another person. Everybody's body reacts to things differently. And that's not me being ignorant and saying, hey, I'm just going to take my chance. No, that's me stating that I know my body. I've lived with this body for 37 years. So I know how my body reacts to things. I'm taking medication on a regular basis right now to help support the different changes that's going on with my body. And even to those medications that are at the lowest dose, it's affecting my body in a way that sometimes affects my ability to perform. So why would I go then and introduce something that is openly known to cause adverse side effects in some people? I'm not willing to do that. Now, with that being said, I am taking proper safety precautions as much as I possibly can. I don't go out in the streets. I stay home. Nobody comes to my house. There's a lot of things that you can do. Not saying that it's going to save you forever, but it's my choice. That's the point I'm trying to make. And the fact that they're even discussing that they want to make it mandatory for you to get this. It says both political parties have made the mistake of framing vaccines with the tradition of individualism. Even President Joe Biden, who has demonstrated his comfort with a muscular role for the government, keeps appealing to individuals to make the right and patriotic choice when it comes to receiving their jab. So they're trying to make it seem like as if basically like the people who are not getting the vaccine, that we just don't care. The people who are choosing not to do it just don't care, and that they're just willing to spread and continue to help the pandemic spread across, and that's just not true. Governors are imploring residents of their states to vaccinate soon. For many, the goal has been to keep making it as easy as possible. I do know that they're also talking about walking from door to door to administer. They want to start walking neighborhood to neighborhood, community to community, and they even said door to door to see if they can get people to vaccinate as soon as possible. It's just too much stuff. Have you guys been watching the news? People are scanning their arms with the vaccine, and you know what I'm saying, with people who, I think it was one video I saw where a person, she was a veterinarian tech or something like that, and she had this device that's supposed to scan barcodes. She scanned her arm that didn't have the vaccine. There was nothing. She scanned the arm that did have the vaccine, and a number popped up, like a number that belongs on the bottom of a barcode. I'm sorry, you guys, but I could go into it, but I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen. If you're following me, then you're following the news. You know, there's a lot more information out there. People are not doing well. Not everybody is doing well. I understand that some people have gotten their vaccine and they're doing just fine, but there's a lot of people out there that are not doing well. Okay, so I just want you guys to be aware that it is on the table. They are discussing it. They want to make it to where we have no choice but to go and get the vaccine. Okay, I know that that is already what it's like pretty much. If you want your children to go to school, they have to get all of those different vaccines for the measles, the mumps, and all of that other kind of stuff. I got that when I was a kid, but let me tell you, if I was an adult, I would not have gotten that. Okay, all right, moving on from that, it looks like the mask mandate will be reinstated out here in California. Cases are rising. I mean, I hate to hit y'all, be the bearer of bad news, but y'all need to know what's going on. The mask mandate is coming up. They're trying to make it to where right now, I believe it only applies to certain businesses, certain establishments, mainly the ones that have to do with the federal government. It says the mask mandate was implemented immediately following a recommendation of the California Department of Public Health. According to the mandate, masks must be worn inside the Capitol Legislative Office building and district offices, regardless of your vaccine status. Additionally, all unvaccinated employees will be required to undergo rapid testing twice weekly, every Monday and Thursday between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Rapid testing begins on July 8th, which is today. Any vaccinated employees who wish to be tested are encouraged to participate. And that's another thing that scares people, because there are people who have gotten the vaccine, and then after getting the vaccine, they tested positive, when before that they may have tested negative. Okay, this is just things that they're not taking into consideration. People are legitimately scared, and I think that we all have a reason to be worrisome about the outcome of us receiving this vaccine. Okay. I think that's all I want to give you guys. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too much bad news. But let's get to the comments and see what some of the questions that you guys have asked. Let's see if I can provide any information. Let me get my sheet out so that I can check and see on pandemic EBT here. Nothing has changed. I did update, but I haven't seen anything change. Okay, what about Georgia? I don't know if you're asking about pandemic EBT or if you're asking about emergency SNAP benefits, but Georgia has not been approved as of right now. Neither has Utah. That was the next question. Let me see. West Virginia here today is the 8th and nothing yet. Let me check and see what it said for West Virginia. It does say July 8th, and then it also says a final run for missed applications on August the 11th. So unfortunately, you may have to wait until August the 11th to get that in West Virginia. I don't really see. What about Texas for PEBT for the summer? I don't think that Texas has been approved as of right now for PEBT for the summer. Yes. That's it, unfortunately. I don't think that there's a lot going on with the pandemic EBT and y'all questions. Y'all got to leave me some questions down below so I can talk to y'all about what's going on. But anyways, I'm going to give y'all just the names. I'm not going to give you guys the payout dates. If you want the payout dates, you can check that in yesterday's video, I did the payout dates. I'm most likely going to be updating this information again tomorrow, just if there's more states that have been approved. But as of right now, I'm just going to give you guys the names of the states. Hey, baby, say hey.
Hey.
They can't see you. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Say I miss you.
I miss you.
Okay, so, you want to get down?
No.
No? You don't want to get down? All right. Okay. You got to be quiet so mommy can finish the video, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What is this on your face? You stealing stuff? All right. Anyways, you guys, so the names of the states that have currently been approved for emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of July. Again, no payout dates. We have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, I do believe, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So as always, you guys, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful. I am going to start looking for some rental assistance programs. So you guys let me know what states, what state you're in. If you need that, put it in the comment section of this video. I'm going to be checking it out, and then I'll provide that information if I find any in tomorrow's video, okay? The reality is that a lot of these programs regarding assistance because of the pandemic are going to start dying off. Now, I'm going to keep you guys updated regardless of whether there are resources available or not, because I just believe that we all just need to stay in the know. But if there's anything specific that you need and I can help you with it, I am more than happy and willing to do that. So on that note, you guys, I'm going to say, remember to live, love, and elevate. Please social distance, wash your hands, stay cool, stay hydrated because it's hot. Okay, and we will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace, y'all. Say bye.
Bye.